take me back to the moment you found out about LJ being diagnosed with cancer.
You know, this started off with a simple stomach ache.
Yeah, his stomach was hurting him, and his stomach had got real big, and so she told me to take him to the emergency room.
I think it could have been like maybe 30 minutes later, you know, he came in the kitchen and he's like, "Mom." I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" He said, LJ has cancer.
I feel like that God chose him to go through to help everybody who was surrounding him. So I feel like he was strong enough to lift us up. Because if it was me or one of us, I know I wouldn't have been strong enough to go through it. So I just thank God that LJ was strong throughout the process.
You guys got the news that it was cancer. Can you take me back there?
Well, when we got the news that it was cancer, it was disbelief, shock. I didn't want it to be. We didn't want it to be, of course, because we were just praying and that it wasn't. And then when it was like, yes, it is, it was just like, okay, now where do we go from here? And what do we do, basically?
When Dr. Ron had said that, it was cancer, it was heartbreaking. Nobody wants to hear that, their child have cancer. You always think the worst, but we all help our God, and in His faith, we believe that everything was gonna be all right. Plus, when He said it was favorable, it gave us more of a fighting chance in spirit, not only in our physical selves, but, through it all, we made it. So that's the most important part.
When we heard it, especially me, I was like, I didn't want to believe it. I was just in denial, and when we just talking, saying that, that I didn't want to believe it. So when we want to get a second opinion about it, because it just didn't want to believe it. Everybody was in denial, but we know it was there, and it's just something that, it's something.
So when Dr. Ron revealed that he had cancer, I didn't want to believe it, but through the experience, I really wasn't surprised, but I had been praying all the time to God, whatever it was, what I was seeing when God revealed the big knot. I was praying the whole time, saying, God, whatever it is, I know you're going to take care of it. I know it's going to be all right. I know God going to heal him, and because I believe in God. And I said, each one of us had our different opinions.
Right.
And so he was saying about the chemo that he had to take. And we had different doubts, but I didn't really have no doubt. Because when you know who God is, you know God gonna answer your prayer. And you serve God, God will serve you. So he was saying, I had prayed that whatever it is, I hope LJ have a godly doctor, because all doctors don't believe in the Lord. And so when he said that his wife had cancer before, and that was kind of positive, and then he said that he was going to administer the medicine, and God was gonna work through the medicine. That's all he can do, administer, and God gonna work through it. And then I said, thank the Lord, I'm so glad that you're a godly doctor, because I prayed for that. And that was very important, and that was, you know, made me feel real good that God had answered my prayer. And I knew all along that, you know, God will heal LJ, you know, whatever it was, that he will heal him.
It's a strong little guy.
But,
Strong.
but I prayed a lot, and thank God for Miss Thomas administering the shots when after
Yeah.
all of it.
Woo.
And because
It was sad.
yeah, and
You know.
I would come by our house and
Yeah. LJ would sit on preacher lap and
yeah,
we try to hide it from him.
yeah, we all went through a lot.
Yeah.
The
And
hardest
hold
part,
his hand.
Yeah.
and the hardest part was when he just,
Just watch it.
I
He
don't
didn't
know,
like
I
them
don't know.
shots.
I
He didn't
don't know.
like
That
it,
just,
yeah.
that tore all of us up.
Yeah.
Well, he just had to have it.
It's a process that you had to go through.
Yeah.
My heart went out for Miss Thomas because she was ready to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God for you, you know. I really, you
Whatever I
know.
had to do, I was
Yeah.
ready and willing. I just hated his reactions, and
Right.
he would ask me,
He kind of blamed
Why?
us.
yeah,
At first.
at
He
first,
blamed me.
He
you
blamed,
know,
he blamed Mama the whole,
Yeah.
for taking
whole
them.
time.
Right.
It was- He
So
went
bad.
through treatment.
Mhm.
But, you know, now he don't mention it at all, but the
Yeah.
entire time he went through treatment. He said,
You
"It's Grandma
scared?
Garrett's fault. She took me to the doctor." And I had to explain to him that if she wouldn't have taken you, it would have been worse. So,
Right.
you know, now he kind of understands. But when he was going through, he didn't care. He didn't care about that part. He just knew that Grandma Garrett took him to the doctor, and she was the reason. But now he kind of he do understand that, you know, now that he's much better.
Mhm.
But you know, me and LJ, and my dad was at the shop, and you know, Dad holds him, you know, and everything, and Dad felt his stomach. Dad said, "Boy," he said, "you know, it's something." I said, "No, he just said his stomach, you know." Never, and I feel so bad because it was dead then, and I thought he was just, you know, had been full and stuff. I didn't, you know. I really do feel, you know that. But that just to show you, you know, you got the Webb's tumor and stuff like that. A lot of people don't know what that is,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, it's no perfect doctor. You know what I'm saying? You take him to the doctor and everything, and you know, it was missed. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we can't. You know, it just.
Yeah.
But that just show you, man. The man don't know everything. You know what I'm saying?
Because I was like,
We
"Bitch,
didn't
you
know.
know, just take LJ to the doctor. You didn't have a checkup. Why was this missed?" You know,
And it seemed like it happened overnight.
overnight.
Right.
It's like
Key Man had a birthday party, and it was a
Right.
pool party.
Yeah.
And that was on the 13th of June, and LJ went to the emergency room like the 24th, 25th, but it wasn't even 2 weeks later, and at the pool party, his stomach was like normal, because
Right,
if it was
right.
as big as it was when we took him to the ER, we would have known.
Right.
Because his
Right.
shirt was off the whole time, but
Mhm.
it's something that kind of grew very fast once it did get there. So thank God Mama took him to the emergency room to be able to catch it in time
Catch it
enough
in
before
time.
it spread. Because when they told us, we had to go straight up to the to get the biopsy. Like we couldn't go home. We had to go straight back to the hospital the same day. So thank God that we caught it before it went to stage 4, because you know it was at stage 3, and that was even stage 3. I remember preacher, he was like, "Ain't this the stage before the last stage?" And you know I felt the same way, but thank God we can sit here and talk about it. But you know, just thinking about it being the stage before the last stage was
It's
heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta pay attention, you know, to your kids, and you know what's going on with them, because you know he had symptoms like Miss O'Neal say. You know, not only was his stomach bulged like that on the side, he also was using the bathroom in the bed, and you know, it was like at that age, you know, if you know a child is doing that, then there's something wrong. You know, ain't no ifs and buts about it. And, you know, I disciplined him for it because you know I didn't know what was going on, but you know, at the same time, you know, I had to think to myself, like, you know, this ain't normal. He ain't usually doing this. So if it's occurring, you know, then, you know, it's something serious. And vomiting, you know, and, you know, it's just side effects to, you know, something like that occurring. So, you know, you just got to keep an eye out, you know, for, you know, the symptoms, you know. So.
Yeah, we were wondering that was going to be the best treatment. I know the doctor had said you can, you know, do your research if you want
If
to.
we want a
you
second
know.
opinion, we want
I know
to.
Miss Thomas and preacher, they was
There's
Miss
no
Thomas
need to want
like,
to take
I
it
want a
to
second
St.
opinion. And I know preacher, and I mean that's understandable, especially with knowing others that went to
Right.
somewhere else and had
Else,
successful
yeah.
treatment as well.
Yeah.
And preacher, we really battled, but he was like kept asking me, do you want a second opinion? And you know, I wanted the best for LJ, and thank God, you know, everything worked out well. But I didn't want to tell him no because, you know, I didn't want it to not go right, then it'd be my fault. But at the same time, I knew that would have been a lot on both of us and everyone to have to travel. So
Yeah.
thank God, you know, everything
Everything
worked out.
Worked out.
Because
I was
Doc
like,
said
you need to
that.
go elsewhere. Go to Charleston. You know.
Yeah, he said
you
that, you
know.
know, what
Yeah.
he would have done anyway, you know, would have been the same treatment
Right.
and the same procedures that they would have did up there because, you know, in a situation like that, you know, and with the Wilms tumor, that you know, they got to follow a strict procedure, so it would have been the same, you know, but, you know, with them specializing in it, then you will think off the back that that's the best place for a child to go and you know, in that situation, so.
Well, you back playing ball.
Oh, you better than me. I was a pro in school, though. They wanted to put me on the
Active and woo boy, riding his bike and
Yeah.
evil Knievel now and everything.
He barely let it slow him down.
No.
He barely let it slow him down.
Even
They didn't ramp.
chemo, even doing radiation. I was like, LJ, don't you want to rest? Don't you want to take it down?
We used to
No,
have to make him.
I know, right? He was outside playing. Come on in, you know, let's take it down. You
Very
know.
active, still
Yeah.
very active. That was a good sign right there. God was working.
Yes.
God was
And I know like all the side effects, like it's crazy, but my main thing was, I was like, is my baby gonna lose his hair? And then when they said cancer, you know, when you see people that may be going through cancer, you notice that they have hair loss, and that was like my main thing. Like, I really cried about that at first, but then after he started to lose his hair and things, and I was like, you know, his hair can grow back. Thank God that he's still here,
He's still
because you
here,
have
right.
people that,
That's right.
you know, it could be much worse. Because even some of the other kids, some kids been going through treatment for 2 years, 3 years.
3 years.
So I just had to get to a position where I wasn't, I don't say selfish, but you know, I could kind of handle the hair loss. Because you have some people that have daughters, you know, that's in their teenage years that lose their hair and you know, be devastated. So I kind of had to, you know, not be selfish on that end.
And that's the good thing about it being, you know, nothing good about cancer, don't get me wrong, but the good thing about his situation is he's a child, so, you know, it's like the stress won't get to him as much because everybody know that stress kills as well. So he wasn't, you know, his most part was, you know, the side effects of the treatments or the needles, but for the most part, you know, his mindset wasn't on, you know, this could be fatal, you know. It was just, you know, that's just, you know, one of the best things about it, you know, he wasn't so stressed out about it.
And we did have some falling out moments, I ain't gonna lie. And, disagreements, but at the end of the day, we had to set ourselves aside and, you know, bring it back into the main focus. Because me, I'm the kind of person where, you know, at the end of the day, he's our child on earth, but he's God's child. So when we would have those disagreements, like in my mind, I was like, if we keep going back and forth, God can very well say, well, you know, this is my child. He don't need to go through this. So he could very well take LJ home. You know, this is what I was thinking. I was like, so me and Preacher we gotta get together, because if not, you know, God can have other plans, and we could be the reason for the interference of the plans.